Hi everyone, this is our video. Not sure what it's going to be called till we finish talking today, but what's come to us to talk about is we were talking to a client the other day and it was about the stories we make up, and she'd heard the dentist story and the asthma story and wanted us to talk more about that really. Excuse me. And it ended up with her seeing that she was really making a big story up. I forgot my train of thought now, so I'm going to start again.
You don't have to start again, just carry on.
I forgot my train of thought. Right. All right, we won't start again. So that's what she was saying. She wanted us to talk more and deeper. So we were talking to her for a while, and then she wasn't kind of getting it at first. She wasn't seeing that what she was having trouble with, that it was a story. It felt real to her. And I just said in that moment, are you surprised at the invitations, at the story you live in? Are you surprised by it? And she said no. But in that moment of her saying no, she had like an epiphany. It was like suddenly she realised that, oh, I'm not surprised, I'm expecting it.
Yeah, because I heard something, we both did, didn't we, years ago? Someone said that you only get what you really expect.
Yeah.
So people say, oh, I wasn't really expecting, but deep down, they really knew, oh yeah, it's not a surprise at all.
Yeah. So that's what this video quickly is about, is are you really surprised about the invitations? If you don't know what we're talking about, just look back at our other videos. What we mean by invitations is the thought coming in saying, oh, you're rubbish at that, or oh, the dentist is a scary place, oh, that illness has cropped up again. These are all invitations and you can decline them. And just by knowing, one, they're not personal to you, even though they might feel like it, because you've accepted them and think, oh yeah, this is me. They're not for you, they're just coming in, and they come in because you've accepted them as yours. So then it kind of grabs all your energy and you wonder why it's happening to you, but it's because you're accepting the invitation. So it's like a physical invitation coming through the door and you replying, yes, I'll come, but you don't want to go and you never want to go, but you say yes and you go to a party you don't want to go to. But if you start saying no, like in the physical, oh, I don't want to come, like David Bingham says, it comes in as a big invitation the first time, but if you don't go and decline it, the second time it comes a bit smaller. It might be just a phone call, and then if you decline that, the third time, it probably won't happen, and if it does, it may be a text or something.
What it is though, it's tuned to you. So what you've accepted, that same sort of thought or feeling comes in because it's worked before. Because it's all, like David says, it's an energy game, and it wants to take your energy, because that's the only way it runs by. It runs by taking your own energy. So when a thought comes in, it's come in. That sort of thoughts come in because you've accepted it before. Yeah. And when we say accept, it just means that you've personalised that thought and said, oh, that's my thought. That's true.
Yeah.
And I love what he said when he said that all the thought from the mind, not divine mind, not consciousness, but these thoughts that come in, like from the ego, and they're all thoughts that are coming in, the opposite of what you truly are. Because you're limitless and you're everything. There's no limit to anything. But when these thoughts come in, they are all thoughts of limitation. And when you know the game, and you know, oh, it's a thought that's dragging me down, or it's a limited thought, then you know it's the opposite of that.
And you can just decline it.
Yeah.
And then it's seeing the ones that are coming, you're thinking, oh, well, these are true. It's just that they've come in for so often, they feel like they're the truth, and you've accepted them as the truth. So it's just declining them. And like I was pointing to, I said, you've seen now you're expecting them. And it's like me, if I got a physical invitation to a science and mathematician conference, I'd be like, wow, that's a surprise. Why do they want me to go? But it's having that same kind of surprise when it's something that you usually, when you've dropped it. I never get an invitation now to say, you're scared of the dentist. If I have toothache, I don't go, oh, I'm scared of the dentist. I'd be very surprised if I got that invitation. I would really be surprised if I got that invitation that you're scared of the dentist, because I no longer am, and I know that. So this is what we were pointing to. If you're surprised at an invitation coming in, you know you're not sucked into that story anymore. And that's what we're pointing to, that you make the stories up and you make them out of invitations that they've come in and you've accepted, because you think they're your thoughts, you think they're your emotions, you think they're your invitations. So you just think, oh yeah, this is it. This is the things I accept because this is my life. But it's not the truth. So we're pointing you to look within to that.
So just knowing that they're not yours frees you.
Yeah. And if you do it, if you think...
It's staying aware, isn't it?
Yeah, being aware. If you're thinking, well, I am expecting these actually. Yeah, this is who I think I am. That, again, is an invitation. So just decline it. And the more you are declining, thinking, what does this mean if I just keep declining it? They just come less frequent. And, I mean, it was good that I just saw in the moment that I wasn't scared of the dentist, but I lived with a long time that I really believe that story. And it was a story that I'd made up from other people's fear, like my mum's fear. Nothing ever bad had happened to me in the dentist, and it never does to anyone. But it was her fear I picked up on as a child. I made it into my fear. But this is what we do. We pick up these things, or people say things when you're younger. Oh, this is what she's like. She's dead clumsy. And then you become clumsy because you believe that story and made it your own. But it's not the truth, because who you really are isn't the character.
Is that why we've got no plates left?
I was talking about myself, actually. Oh, glasses, yeah. But you see, we can laugh at it, and if it became a problem, then I'd drop that story, but it's not, because I don't buy expensive plates or glasses.
But it's seeing that it's just the character that you're playing. And
you can change that character, and we can still be Mark and Colette, but I'm turning up as Colette without a fear of the dentist. I'm turning up as Colette without having the asthma story anymore.
But when you're on your own, you're not Colette, are you?
I'm a superstar.
No, you're not, are you? No. You're not Colette. You know that you're
yes,
it's just
I'm
the character.
The infinite, effortless being, yeah. And that's what we're really... It's playing. It's not making it too serious. I think the more you have attachment that I must be this, and you're grabbing onto it, and you can't kind of get hold of it. It's like trying to be effortless by putting a lot of effort into it. It's not going to happen. You have to do this in a gentle, fun... Well, we found in a gentle, fun way. And it's seeing where you've done it in the past without realising what you've done. Like, for instance, I don't think I've not spoken about the driving test. So I've been driving for 30 odd years, but when I went in for my test, the lesson I had before, I couldn't do a 3-point turn. I couldn't back round a corner. In fact, I couldn't drive. It was like... You
could before that, but on the
yeah,
test
but because
before.
all this pressure, and I was pregnant with my first child, I was thinking, I've got to pass this. I was putting lots of pressure that what it meant if I didn't pass it. And I just couldn't, in this lesson, I couldn't drive. So I said to my instructor, look, I'm not doing this test. I'm just not good enough. I'm just not going to do it. And he said, well, what, you're going to tell everyone you've passed? I said, no, I'm just going to go home and tell them I failed. He said, so what have you got to lose in that case? And in that moment, all this pressure, all this attachment, I just thought, I've nothing to lose. And the thing is, you have nothing to lose. It's just the thinking that you think this must be like this. So then I thought, I can just do the test. I was going to tell them I'd failed. So if I fail, it doesn't matter. And in that, then I did my test, and it was so easy, and obviously I passed. And that's what we're pointing to. Don't make it so serious. And so I've got to get this, because when you do, it's like you're holding on tight. It's like you're trying to hold water. If you hold on tight to water, you've no chance. But if you have a gentle hold of it, you can hold on.
It's knowing that you've already got it. Yeah. That's the thing, because for years it was me, I'm not getting it. But because I'm the reality saying that I'm not getting it, that's what's showing up. I'm not getting it. You can't get it by saying you're not getting it. So that's the mind coming in saying, oh, you're not going to get this. You're nearly going to get it, but you get glimpses of it, but you don't get it. But you're already it. But you're already it. So it's just by saying I'm not getting it keeps you in
the experience
of experience if you're not getting it.
Yeah.
So, but there's nothing to get. There's nothing to get. It's a dropping away of it. You're already it.
Yeah.
And I saw that. You're already it. And I know, like Sid Banks said that you don't have to go anywhere up a mountain to find who you are. You could go all around the world, but you're already there.
Yeah, you're already it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you saw that in your test, didn't you? When you took your test.
Because I failed mine the first time.
Yeah, but you saw why.
No, yeah, because I built up this story of how someone else said, oh, it's a nightmare. My test was a nightmare. So I built up this story of how scary it was going to be, and I was just going to hate it. So in the first couple of minutes, I'd ruined it. I failed. But then I realised I failed. So we carried on with the test, knowing that I failed. But then I realised how easy it was.
Because you let go of all that.
I let go of all that and thought, oh, this is so easy. I could have easily passed this. So the next, I went in for it straight away. Didn't have any more lessons because I knew it's easy.
Yeah.
So the mind then it couldn't work on me then because I'd already gone through it and thought, if it wasn't, and the woman said, if you hadn't, for the first couple of minutes, you know you failed, but after that, you'd have passed. If we could take away the couple of minutes.
And you knew that, and that's why you let all that pressure go. Yeah. It's like we hold on to it, everything, and then we wonder why we find anything hard or it's difficult. It's just like letting go and not getting too involved with what the mind is telling you.
No, because the mind tricked me into saying it's awful, it's really hard, and then, but once you see that it wasn't, it can't go back then. It's like this. So once you see that the mind's trying to trick you and it's not the truth, it's the opposite. Whatever it says that's limiting or puts you down, that's the opposite. It's the opposite of that. Yeah. That's why it's saying it.
Yeah. So it's like those invitations.
It's like programs just keep running just to keep you down, to keep your energy.
Yeah. So the invitations that are coming in, it is just declining them and knowing they're not yours. Don't even think, oh, here's my invitation again. Never claim anything as yours. And
just see it for what it is.
Yeah, just see it. It's just what it's coming with a charger to be charged up with your energy, and it's saying, oh yeah, this is what you're like, and it just I vision it having like a little charger, and it just wants to plug into my energy, and I just go, no, thank you.
Yeah, but it's also it's seeing that you can be aware of the thoughts, just like you're aware of this table, that screen, your voice, my voice. Aware of that thoughts are the same. You don't say, I'm aware of your voice, but I don't say that voice is mine.
It's not mine.
But it's not mine either. There's an awareness of the voice.
Yeah.
Just like there's an awareness of the thoughts and the feelings and the sensations. They're the same. But what we do is we claim them.
Yeah.
I don't hear your voice all the time and think, oh, I wish that my voice had shut up. But when a thought comes in, you do that. You claim it as yours. You think, but you're just aware of that as well. Just as you're aware of the light coming through the window.
Yeah, there's no difference between our voices, the light coming in through the window, the birds singing. It's just that we've labelled it all as different, and it all means different things, but it doesn't.
It's just all arising in the
effortlessly
same awareness.
Like this video was arising effortlessly.
You struggled at first, didn't you, love?
Shut up. That wasn't me struggling, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been clear to you. And if anyone wants to have a conversation with us, just drop us an email or a message on here, and we will have a conversation to help you see